Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ken from Team Avalon, and Set 10 is finally out, and I've been playing this deck, this very, very powerful deck for Dragon Empire. It is literally the most broken deck that we have at this moment, and I told all my friends that, like, I would never play this deck if it's like, playing for fun. Like, I will only whip this deck out if, like, if I playing in majors or whatever. Stuff that matters, right? So this is my personal build of Gandiva. And Gandiva, from what I know, has like 2 to 3 different builds right now. But this is my personal build. So this is the right line, the 0. Honestly, the 0 could be anything you want. The 1, so some people would play the Basagra ride line, with just the 1, and just so they could get the shield out and all that stuff. But I like to play this one because this one says if on your ride turn, right, if you want to ride on top of a grade 2, if your opponent has 1 or less rear guards, you can ride this basically for free. So you save cards in hand. So the same idea goes with the Basaga, is like you're losing 1 card from the deck, right? And you're ditching it just to ride. So that is not a bad idea, but I just like this one better because it goes with the Gandiva theme. And I ride for free, if my opponent has 1 or less rear guards. Which, from playtesting, that's pretty much happens half of the time. Because I don't think they would, like, maybe it's just the people I'm playing against, that they don't want to just throw down units into the rear guard just for me to, lose a card to ride. So I go with this one for now. I might change it in the future to the Basagra one, but right now this is it. And then this one, his skill is if you ride a Gandiva on top of it, basically your Gandiva Counterblast 1 skill, it is free of cost. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly, but yeah. So pretty much Gandiva's skill is Counterblast 1, you check the top 5 cards of your deck, and you choose up to 5 grades, I believe, right? Yeah, no. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So you choose up to 5 cards from your opponent's field, which is just literally grade. So it will be like 0, 1, 2, 3, or whatever they have on the field. So you choose those grades. You check the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you reveal them, those cards gets retired. And Gandiva's skill is you bind 1 for every time a card is retired. You bind 1. And then his other skill is if you retire 2 or less, I believe. 1 or less. So if you retire 1 or less, you draw a card and then you bind another card. So if your opponents just throw out boards, his skill will bind regardless, because if you retire 2, then you're binding 2. If you're retiring 1, then you're binding 1 and then draw 1. So half the time you're most likely just going to be binding 2. Unless they really have nothing for you to retire, then you only be drawing 1 and binding 1. So yeah, that is the right line. This deck is very powerful, by the way, just letting you know. It is like the most cracked deck in the game right now. So move on to my zeros, pretty much my triggers. Obviously, 1 Dragon Empire OT. When you trigger check it, you extend your Vanguard and give somebody a million. Yeah. So heal triggers. I play 2/2 splits now, because of Gandiva and of Eva. That's why I play 2/2 splits. So this one is if a unit that is attacking you, that it has that has an additional crit that is not from a trigger, then it gets plus 15k, you know, shield or something. Let me fix the camera a little bit. There we go. Add more to this. Next is 3 front triggers. I might bump this up to 4 because the front triggers is shields and also it pumps up your front row even more. So I might get another front trigger and play it at 4 fronts. But now I play 8 crits because why the hell not? Why not just kill your opponent while you have the chance? So 8 crits, 8 generic crits because the 5k actually matters when it comes to additional attacking. You want to have the 5k instead of a 4k. But like I said, I'm going to bump one of the critical down because I'm going to be playing 4 fronts. So that is the grade 1. And now let's move on to grade 2. I mean, that was grade 0s. Now we move on to grade 2s. I mean, damn. Sorry guys, I just woke up. So let's move on to the grade 1s. Okay. So I played 2 of the Burnina, or whatever it's called. So this card, it says at the end of the battle that this unit is boosted, you bind itself and you draw a card. So it's just an additional card, it's just an additional bind for Gandiva to pop off. And then I played 4 of the Balkan. So Balkan is really good just because it's your basically your counter charger. So when your Gandiva swings, you bind him face down and then you counter charge 1. So this card actually works really well with a grade 2 that I'm gonna get into. But I play 4 of this because you always want to see him, because there will be games that your opponent is gonna want to CB deny you, and if they do, then you have that to worry about, right? So you have the a counter charger that basically refund your CB, and then 4 criticals. I mean, not 4 critical, 4 PGs. If you want to, you could play 3 PGs in one of the blitz orders. I think 4 PGs in this deck is fine, because if you do go up against the grade 4 deck, which really the only grade 4 decks that you're gonna go up against is what is it? Not Eva, Jet. And Jet, to be honest, Jet actually auto lose to Gandiva, so you don't really need the blitz order for Jets anymore, to be honest. So with this deck, I think 4 normal Dragon Empire PGs is fine. Well, actually the effects ones, of course, not the like generic. So yeah, I don't see a point of using the blitz order because, like I said, Jet auto loses to Gandiva, so you don't really need to worry about that. Unless you're worrying about Messiah, which is Messiah is also in the same situation. It doesn't auto lose to Gandiva, but it has a very, very tough matchup. Like, Gandiva will just smack the hell out of it. That's it. Now we're gonna move on to grade 2s. Alright. So for grade 2s, we play 3 Brachials. I really like this card in Gandiva right now. Before, I used to play another card. If I have it. Oh, yes, I have it on me right now. Okay, before I used to play Meteor Flare because of the Ever matchup. But then after playing against it, I don't... this is only my personal opinion, so do not, please respect my opinion just like I will respect yours. I don't really see Meteor Flare doing anything, honestly, against Eva. Because every time when I have him out, right? Yes, if I have him out, during my turn, then my opponent basically loses their intercepting for the grade 3 for obscurates. But honestly, after playing it for a bit, I don't really see a lot of difference into this, because yes, sure, they have the ability to intercept now with 10k shields as a grade 3. But the thing is, if you think about it, they're gonna get rid of it anyways. So, and by the way, these only work on place, right? So after the place effect, pretty much when on their turn, they pretty much get to use it again. And I used to play 2. Okay, I used to play 2 meteor flares, and I reduced it to 1 because honestly, like I said, it's only for the ever matchup. It's really never there for anything else. If I play against any other deck, I just use it at discard fodder. And it also gets 10k if my opponent's board is empty, which forever that's never gonna happen because of the grade 1 and Auskadate. So I switched to Brachioles, and this one pushed more on hit pressure onto my opponent. So if they want me to plus, they'll let it go through. If they don't, they'll waste more cards in their hands to block it. And remember, with Gandiva, you get a lot of power, so this can possibly hitting for 30-40k. So that's 30-40k for your opponent to guard, and if they decided not to guard, they take a damage. And not only that, I +1 in my hand. I draw one to my hand. So Brachioles has a lot of usage in my opinion. And then of course the MVP, one of the MVP of this deck would be, I'm not even gonna bother to say his name because I'm gonna butcher it. But this is your multi-attacker. So pretty much when he swings, and then after that, when your Vanguard swings, when your Vanguard with Gandiva in its name swings, you counterblast 1, you bind him face down, and you check the top 5 cards and you call something. Like so, remember how I said this card? There's a grade 1 card that goes really well with this, which is the Counter Charger. The reason why the Counter Charger is so good is because these two work so well together. So pretty much what you do is you swing, right, boost it with them, and what you do is you use his skill to counter charge if you don't have any CB, and then you can automatically CB with him. Or you could do it the other way around. You could just, you know, bind this and then bind this and then CC. Either way, it works. So this will give you your extra attackers. So if you have 2 on the field and you have one, if you have 1 CB available, and if you have, no. So if you have, yeah. So if you have 1 CB available, right? So what you do is you would use this skill to counter charge, and then to use that 1 counter blast to call this out. And if you have another one on the field, you can use your other counter blast to call another card from the top 5 that you searched out. So yeah, these two works really well together. It has a very good, very good synergy. So yeah, that's why I play 5 of these, because he is really your MVP of the deck. And he's really good too. And that's like 2 more binds, you know, for Gandiva. And then I play 3. of the Rugant. So he is your other binder. So pretty much what you do is when on place, you counterblast 1. If you have a Grandiva Vanguard, you counterblast 1. You choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. If you cannot, then you bind 1 of your cards and you draw 1. So yeah, he's your basically pretty much your your other binder and your other drawer. Doesn't really work well against other deck other than Eva, because for everybody else, the others always have cards for them to bind. I mean, for them that you always have cards to retire. So pretty much the only bind that you're gonna get from is Gandiva. But either way, you're binding 1. You might not get the 1 draw, but you're always binding 1 card. So that is the grade 2s. Now let's move on to grade 3s. I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this card. Best Harvest, of course. Every Gandiva player always play Best Harvest. Why? Because every time you retire an opponent's card, you draw 1 card. And that's it. I'm actually thinking of reducing this down to 2. So I'm gonna continue playing as 3, but I'm gonna reduce it down to 2 and then see what's up, because I feel like I want to play more card that binds. And of course your three personas, your 3 extra personas for Gandiva. You guys already know what he does. And then another MVP. So this grade 3 is so good. So pretty much on plays, you Soul Blast 1. You choose one of your own rear guard and bind it, and then you choose one of your opponent's one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. And if you did not retire, then you would bind 1 card for yourself, right? And then you draw 1 card. So pretty much this is just the same as the grade 2, but this is better. Reason why it's better, because you guarantee 1 bind, because you're going to be binding yourself. And then if you do retire one of your opponent's rear guard, Gandiva skills activates and you bind 1 card. And if you do not, guess what? You're still binding 1 card, but in addition, you get to draw 1 card. So cards like this works really well against Eva, because you can't retire their obfuscate. So you're always going to get that 1 bind and 1 draw. So this card is really good. And even if it's not against obfuscates, let's say against Jiva, right? If they have a crossover just unit that does not have resist, then you could just retire that, so their whole thing is gone, their whole stack is gone. And not only that, you'll be binding 1 and drawing 1. So yeah, that's that. So yes, this is the full list of Gandiva. So yeah, like, if you guys have the Meteor Flare, if you guys really truly wants to play it, go ahead and play it. But in my opinion, my personal opinion, you don't really need it for now, you know, because I played against maybe 3 different Evas, and half of the time, every time when I use it, yeah, I got that 1 turn of stall, but after that, that's it. The card is pretty much vanilla. It's just like a 30k beat stick on his own. So yeah, I don't know if it's stopping that 1 time from intercepting with a grade 3 really matters, because I rather have more cards in my deck that binds from the drop or from the field. Because before, I used to play this card as a 3 of, just because I was playing Meteor Flare, and I was not playing and I was also playing this card. Where is it at? So I was playing this card as a 3 off, right? Because I was playing Meteor Flare and Brachioles was not in the deck, okay? So I was not playing Brachioles at all. So I removed 3 cards, which is 2 Meteor Flares, to play a 4th copy of this. And I removed the 1 grade 1 to play more Meteor. So I removed this. I removed 2 of this. So that's 2 Brachioles. And then 1 more of the grade 1. That makes it 3 Brachioles. And then I just added this because... what did I remove? Oh, yes. I used to play 4 of him. So I put him down to 3 so I could play the 4th one of that. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it is. So yeah. In my opinion, Brachioles is a little bit better. For now. It might change in the future. I'm not too sure yet. But that is the Grandiva deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys do, please give the video a like. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys soon, alright? Laters.